I would exercise my right not to let me exercise my right of not saying anything further. I'm not sure I am allowed to share. I would exercise my right not to answer any question. It's a matter of law and order. I would like to exercise my right as per the Supreme Court judgment not to comment on that instance. I would exercise my right not to comment.
Who you saw on your screens just now is Facebook India's policy head, Shivnath Thukral. He was giving these adverse responses to the Delhi Assembly's Committee on Peace and Harmony. The committee wanted to record the statements of the Facebook head as part of its inquiry to understand the role of Facebook in the Delhi riots, which left 53 people dead and hundreds of others displaced. But Facebook seems to have made a mockery of the Delhi Assembly proceedings. They refuse to answer even basic questions. For instance, when the chairman of the Committee on Peace and Harmony, Raghav Chadha, asked Shivnath Thukral a simple question on whether Facebook keeps track of the violative content that it removes, this was what Thukral had to say.
Of all the content that you have removed so far, subsequent to a complaint, do you have a record of that?
We do publish India compliance reports.
No, I'm not referring to the compliance report that you're publishing. I'm referring to a journal or a record that you maintain of all the content that you remove or withdraw from your platform.
The way I understand your question pertains to data of users, and that is bound by certain rules and regulation.
This does not pertain to the personal data of users. This certainly pertains to a post that has been made public by a user for everyone to view, which you have subsequently found violative of your standards and you've removed it. I'm pretty sure there would be a journal or a record of some form that your organization would maintain.
I would exercise my right not to respond to these specific details as you are framing it, sir.
Not just that, when Thukral was asked an uncomplicated question as to whether Facebook will inform Indian law enforcement agencies if Facebook gets to know that someone is violating Indian laws, again, there is a wishy-washy reply.
Facebook ever file any complaint against the person who had uploaded all these objectionable material?
We are a private company. We take action against the user by ensuring because of violation of the terms of service, we remove them from the platform or we remove the piece of content.
But from your side, you don't make any complaint.
As I said, we ensure that when a terms of service is violated, we take action accordingly, which is removal from the platform.
If you are doing business in India, you must follow the laws of India also. But in case I am getting some information that somebody is violating any law, I will immediately report the matter to the law enforcing agency. Why a unit like you, such a famous unit, why they are reluctant in informing the law enforcement agency to take action?
Having said that, we do cooperate with the law enforcement agency when they seek details of anything illegal happening on the platform.
So if somebody is violating the law, you are only interested in your business, you keep mum and you don't inform the law enforcement agencies.
When asked another straight question on whether Facebook's global CEO Mark Zuckerberg has a role in Facebook India's public policy, again, the question was not answered.
The global CEO Mark Zuckerberg, may I kindly ask, does the global CEO has any role vis-a-vis the public policy in India?
In a company where more than 60,000 employees exist, does the CEO look at public policy team in India or not? But we are structured in a manner where we have enough checks and balances and we work in coordination with all the global teams across the world.
What are the total number of users of Facebook across the world, registered users?
Over 1 billion for Facebook.
What are the total number of registered users in India?
Over 400 million people in India.
So what percentage of your entire registered users does India constitute?
I mean, the math is obvious. If over 1 billion, we have 400 million, that's in the range of 40%.
40%. So I'm pretty sure that the global CEO would certainly very closely look at one market that gives 40% of its registered users.
Respected Chair, our governance structure is designed in a manner that our global leadership is fully aware of how we function in any country.
And what he says next is unbelievable. When asked who is part of Facebook's global leadership team, he says he cannot reveal the details. The fact is, Facebook has these details displayed on their website. But Thukral comes before a deposition and doesn't even care to disclose names of the leadership team that is a matter of public record. This shows how seriously Facebook takes Indian lawmakers.
Who all comprise of the global leadership?
These matters pertain to some of employee details which we may or may not be able to reveal.
And the manner how they are recruited, are these all classified in nature?
My understanding is some of it would be.
For the first time we are hearing that even recruitment process is a classified document.
As I said, respected member, happy to share whatever is in the public domain. Beyond that, I believe sharing of documents, I have to go by what is required of me by the law.
Next, he's asked about hate speech. The allegations against Facebook are that they amplified hate speech during Delhi riots, which led to the communal violence and loss of lives. When a question was asked if Facebook has India-specific rules on hate speech, Tukral first beats around the bush. And then he finally says he wants to exercise his rights of not saying anything further.
It's a simple yes or no. Is there a specific definition of hate speech in the Indian context?
The hate speech definition in the community standards is applicable to India as well.
So there is a specific definition.
Hate speech is a part of our community standards and those definitions apply to India.
There is, Mr. Tukral, what could be hate speech in the US may not be hate speech in India, right? It is in that context that I'm asking, is there a specific definition of hate speech for India?
We believe the hate speech definition that we have in the community standards is
For all jurisdictions?
is ensuring that it takes care of the issues in India, sir.
No. Hate speech you have defined on the basis of Indian laws or on the basis of global laws?
Correct.
If you can point out there is a hate speech definition that we should look at, we will definitely take that on board.
The committee would urge you to respond in a simple yes or no. Is there a specific and a standalone individual definition of hate speech for India?
Let me exercise my right of not saying anything further.
During the course of this deposition, Tukral also reveals that despite Facebook operating in 20 languages in India, their fact-checking partners in India only cover 11 languages.
Whether you have a cogent fact-checking infrastructure for India.
We don't own it. As I said, we are not the arbiters of truth, but we have 10 fact-checking partners in India and they cover 11 languages in the country. This is dedicated to India.
Only 11 languages. How many languages can Facebook host? Facebook India can host?
We cover 20 languages in the country right now.
So there are fact-checking infrastructure that is available with you or you have access to only for 11 languages currently, but there are 20 languages in which Indians can log on to Facebook.
And when Raghav Chadha asks Tukral who are the members of the fact-checking team, he dodges again. When asked who is the head of Facebook's India's news partnership team, Tukral says, "I'm not sure if I'm allowed to share the details of employees."
Which team runs this operation?
There's a news partnerships team which looks at it.
Is there a news partnership team for India?
Yes, there is.
Who is the head of that team?
I'm not sure I'm allowed to share any further details of employees.
Are we given to understand that the name of the head of the news partnership team is not available?
When asked what measures did Facebook take to bring down illegal posts that had amplified violence during Delhi riots, the Facebook India policy head says he will not speak anything on Delhi riots. Even when he was told that the Delhi riots was an extraordinary situation in India, Tukral continued to dodge.
Significantly, during the Delhi riots, many incendiary and communally sensitive posts from India have got amplified on Facebook. What measures have been taken or have been carried out by Facebook India, in order to take down such posts, or remove such posts from your platform?
Respected Chairperson, on that specific issue, I would exercise my right not to answer any question. It's a matter of law and order, also a matter of ongoing investigation.
That was an extraordinary situation in Delhi. In Feb 2020, did you take any prompt action at that time?
And I would like to exercise my right as per the Supreme Court judgment not to comment on that instance.
Did your civil society partners interview or inquire with the victims of the Delhi riots that happened in the month of Feb 2020?
Delhi riots is an issue on which I would exercise my right not to comment.
Please help us understand this. It'll, by stonewalling my questions or by reserving your right to reply, you're frustrating the objective of this committee. My humble suggestion and request to you would be to kindly answer.
Raghav Chadha clearly got annoyed, and it is not without a reason. This committee of the Delhi Assembly, that is the Committee on Peace and Harmony, was conducting this inquiry not just to take stock of what led to the Delhi riots and Facebook's role in it, but also to find out solutions to prevent any such violence in the future. But is Facebook cooperating? Facebook claims that they have 1 billion registered users in the world, and 400 million of these users are from India. Facebook claims they get 40% of its global user base and majority of its revenues from its Indian businesses. But still, they are callous in their operations. They are blamed for amplifying hate. Hate which led to the death of Indians. And when they are summoned before a commission like this, they dodge, they duck, and they are completely defiant. Now look at this. A simple question was asked on hate speech. Tukral's response to this question shows how entities like Facebook always put profits above people.
Please correct me if I'm wrong, that whether a post in the United States saying that African Americans are termites who have a conspiracy to take over the country and need to be exterminated, will this post be considered to be hate speech that would be immediately removed from the platform?
It is a separate independent team which looks at these issues who are specialists.
Who are these people, these separate teams that you mentioned? Who would be the concerned person who can help us understand this in greater detail?
We have a content policy team.
Is there a content policy team for India?
Some of these issues are related to internal policies. I can submit all the details as per applicable law with you.
What is your prima facie view vis-a-vis that one sentence that I just quoted? African Americans are termites who have a conspiracy to take over the country and need to be exterminated. This is one post allegedly put by a person on your platform. Would you consider this to be hate speech and remove this?
Respected Chair, I'm not here to state my personal opinion. I'm here to represent the company, and I'm not the person who deals with content-specific issues on the platform.
This is yet another ambiguous reply.
Are you still enjoying the immunity?
These are matters related to the IT Act. It is my understanding that we are compliant with the provisions of the IT Act.
No, a person with the legal knowledge sitting beside you, are you still enjoying the immunity under the Act?
We are still operating in the country as per the applicable
My
laws.
question is, are you still enjoying the immunity or not?
Respected member, we are in compliance with the IT Act, and the provisions flow from that.
So this was Facebook's 2-hour deposition before Delhi Assembly. Whatever little information they gave was related to things that were already in public domain. At the end of the deposition, it almost seemed like Facebook India Public Policy Director only knew as much as the rest of us as far as Facebook's functioning was concerned. Also, he made it seem like that. It completely seemed there was no earnestness, accountability or transparency in Facebook's functioning, and the deposition was merely a formality. Companies like Facebook thrive because of Indian users. A large chunk of Facebook's profit also comes from India, but when it comes to accountability, they like evading answers. They dislike being questioned. They absolutely hate being deposed, and they don't want to share information. They put their profits over our people. The question is, when they don't comply with Indian laws, should they still be given such a long rope?